Alright, so I hope you don't mind that it's super informal and I have everything written down in the book.
No, that's fine.
I procrastinated like crazy. I know you're normal. I did. I worked on the website mostly, so there's a lot of verbiage on there. I don't make any sense tonight. It's there. Anyhow, thank you for coming. We've already been introduced, but I'm Sarah. Basically I came up with this, I didn't come up with this idea by myself, but this idea came up during one of our mastermind meetings. Joining masterminds was thanks to my mom. When she hired me on to her business, I was able to meet two wonderful women. I already knew them, but get to know them better, Janelle and Caroline, and they have become two of the greatest mentors in my life. Obviously my mother is too, but I always had access to her. So but she would never say it. Other than this forum, that's not heard. So
Is she recording this?
That's a bad thing. I actually am. So she can watch this over.
Replay it to
and one of the weeks my mom was missing. And I'm not a morning person. So the fact that I actually ended up going is a testament to how much I really enjoy our meetings. And that day we kind of just talked about how we wish other women had the opportunity to do what we do every week. We'd get together, discuss our goals, triumphs for the week, any challenges we may have faced, kind of hold each other accountable in a safe environment. And I kind of took it to heart. I thought that, yeah, it was a cute idea. O.P.L. was actually an idea Janelle came up with, mixing up our last names, October, Peterson, and Light. But I was really impressed upon that this was something that I should probably share with other women I knew, other women I cared about, other women who are growing in life, need mentors, like I do, like I wish I had when I was younger, so that I could have started on my path sooner. I feel like I have a little bit more direction now that I have some guiding lights. And that was kind of where I started moving along with this. Then I started thinking about how in high school we were required to volunteer, and I love doing it. But it's not something I find time for now, and I'm sure it's something that a lot of women like to do. A lot of people like to do, but especially women who are empathetic and, loving and nurturing. We just don't have time, or sometimes opportunity, or we just don't know about the opportunities that we have, and I figured that having a group that might find those opportunities for you would be really helpful. And I love volunteering, but I don't like doing it alone. If I have a group I'm going to go with, or a friend I'm going to go with, I'll be there. It'll be fun. But otherwise, it's going to be like, I don't really have time today, I need to do this instead. I could go do that, but it's not going to be fun. So. And I know that's really selfish, but unfortunately, it's how I work. So I thought that that might be the case for other people. I'm not as special as I like to pretend I am. Other people are like me. So that might be the case, and in which case a group would be a great idea to get started for people who want to go out and volunteer together. More than that, Masterminds was also kind of about networking. We visited Team. I know they went to BNI and Chambers. And when we went to Team, it lit a fire under me. What is Team? Team is kind of like BNI or Chambers, where you meet with other people from different industries that have their own business, and they're trying to promote it. And with BNI and Team, there's only one person per industry in the group.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of build each other up. You have referrals, and you get to explain in detail every once in a while what it is you do and why your business is important and why people should use it. And when we visited, we found connections, and we got really excited about growing our business, which I know for, Mom and I did wonders. We actually ended up meeting with one of the members of the team meeting and actually got a new business partner in a way there. So I know that there are other women like Janelle and Caroline who are trying to grow their own businesses. And not only do we want to bounce ideas off each other, but if there's someone that we can go to for, like my mom, a website that we know and trust, we're likely to go to her, and we don't have to do a whole bunch of searching. The answer's right there. And also, if we're looking for business, we have a group of women that we know, hey, they're trying to grow their business, a website could help. Let me talk to them. So it's kind of a two-way street. So I felt like supporting other women in business would be a great way to, or a great foundation for this group as well. Because, it's always helpful to have support.
Hello.
You are a woman, but you are not invited.
Fine. I think one of the neatest things about the mastermind group is that we set goals, and then when we come back next week, we have to be accountable to each other for those goals. And knowing that you have to tell them next week either, oh, I didn't do anything, or I really accomplished something, it pushes us further with our goals. So,
You have to do it weekly.
yeah, we do it
Yes.
weekly, but you don't have to. You can,
If you fail, you fail, and you come back and they're like, it's okay.
you can group
Just
Renee,
try
or
it.
That's what you're talking about, the master.
Okay, it's not okay. But Janelle makes me feel better. No,
do
just
it
like, what did you do it piece by
But I
piece?
find that
And I'm like,
the
no, she's like,
weekly
okay, and then just
ones
try
are
next
the
week.
best.
It's like, hey.
Keeps you going.
And I'm like,
What kind of goals? Like, what do you mean?
okay, so this is innocuous, but I made a goal for making my bed every day for a
So I
week.
see, yeah.
And then there's other things like Janelle was trying to send out a MailChimp thing, and she wanted to make sure that it got out, so that was her goal for the week.
Yeah.
And Carolyn is doing her personal trainer certificate, so she wanted to finish a couple modules by the end of the week. Something, that you can just come back and say, hey, I did this, or hey, I didn't do this,
Right.
Or you can check in during the week. Like, Janelle and I always joke that Carolyn's like, I'm going to have this done by the end of the day. We're like, we're going to text you!
And we did it.
Yes, they did. Very motivated to say that, yes, I did.
And also knowing that there's other women praying for you if you're struggling in a certain area, because it's not always about business.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not always about business.
Just you fellowshipping and
exactly. We sure, it's a lot more personal than that, especially for me at this point. Because I'm not really established in business, I'm just following my mom right now. A lot of what I come to talk about is the emotional stressors I've had throughout the week and how it's kind of held me back from accomplishing any career goals or academic goals that I've set for myself because I've been too tied up in what I'm supposed to be doing for the people in my life. This sounds weird because it sounds kind of like a rap session, but it's a good place to unload and have someone give you like advice, or have someone commiserate with you, or have someone build you up for what you tried to do. It's very reassuring. And then also, informal meetings kind of like this. I happen to love them. I don't know if anyone else does, but I like getting together with like a bunch of people, talking about how our months, weeks, however, business, whatever is doing, And I think that having a group to go to is great for bonding and feeling a sense of belonging. In this day and age, community is not a huge thing. You don't talk to your neighbors. You don't, at school even, community college, unless you have a group project you have to do, you don't talk to the kids in your class. So I feel like interaction is becoming, yes. And I think that we all need each other to thrive in life, not just, survive, get along with our day. Something to look forward to, especially with me, and this may be sharing a bit too much. I have major depression. So when I have something to look forward to, it helps me push forward. So my weekly meetings, they're a milestone for me. I get to that meeting, and I've made it through my week. Same would be for like a monthly potluck or whatever.
Something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Keep you motivated.
people I get to see that I don't get to see all the time, spice up my life a little. And like she brought up with masterminds, the goals are very important, and I feel like smaller groups as well as these big groups would be very important for people, because this group, it's great to get together, and right now it's small, but the small group of 3 or 4 people is great because you get to build an intimacy, a trust, and share deeper than you might want to share in like a big environment, and you can talk a little bit more, because when there's a lot of people, you don't want to take up too much time, like I'm doing right now. But basically, I think that masterminds has been really beneficial to me, and I know it's been really beneficial to Mom, because she gets to look and see other people's struggles, and she has her own, but when she gets to help people, and I've noticed this, when she gets to be the expert on something, or when she has something that she's identified with someone else, it helps her move forward with any struggle she may be having too. And I hope that I can take from it the things that she does, so when I see someone else struggling, maybe I can. And I was really excited to bring Jamie tonight, because I know that Carolyn's an RN, and that's what Jamie is going for. So to me, it's important to connect younger generations with people who have already gone through the education, gone through some of the experience, can help calm some of the anxieties that we have and social pressures that we might feel to accomplish something that we're not ready to accomplish, or that will take time to accomplish. And connecting to someone else is helpful, especially if it's someone who's a mentor. She and I, if we sat around, we just talked about how hard things were, and we wouldn't move forward. But but when we have someone else who can tell us, you can do it, it's easier. And I know there's a lot of other girls my age who feel the same way. So basically, I just feel like we need a better community, and helping build that community through networking, through community service opportunities, and through small intimate groups would be really good or really beneficial for a lot of women. And of course, the people I wanted to share it with first were my dear. So thank you all for coming.